rough for some of you. You know what I mean? This is going to be rough for some of you. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, family. Come on in. Man, we're talking about understanding women. Understanding women. Man, before we get started in the video, man, my hope and prayer. I don't know if the sound is good. Can somebody let me know if the sound's good? Man, we're gonna get started. Before we get going on the video, on the topic, man, on behalf of my mother-in-law, man, I bless each and every one of you that catch this live. For those of you that come on later, God 48, how you doing? For those of you that come on later, may God bless you as well. Man, family, understanding women, understanding women. It's a trip because so many guys think that they have a doctorate degree in understanding women. You know, so many guys think they know all about women. You know, and it's true. Most women think they know about women. You know, most women think they have an understanding of what a woman is and who a woman is. They wouldn't were going somewhere and why women do what they do. You know what I mean? And if you're a guy and man, you ain't really looked into this and you, man, there's so much to learn about just being a woman, being women, the things that women go through that guys, for the most part, don't understand, can't relate to. And that's some of the stuff that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about understanding men tomorrow, and we're going off. That's going to be a rant. You know what I mean? That's not going to be for the sensitive type of people. I'm just letting you know, if you're a man and you sensitive and you highly offended, that's not the video you want to watch at all. You need to watch it, but you don't watch it if you're going to get your feelings hurt. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Understanding women. It's true because we have to understand that first and foremost, women have gone through so much in the world. Women have gone through so much pain, so much suffering, you know what I mean, at the hands of guys and at the hands of religious women, you know, twisted women, you know, and we have to grow up. We have to understand, man, there's a dynamic to why these women are the way that they are. We look back over now and we're like, man, these women are so angry and they're so bitter. What's up with you, Derek? They're so toxic and they're da 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 and da da da. They're so masculine and they da da da. They're so know-it-all and that. We have all these adjectives and things that we say about women, and we never really understand what's caused these women to be the way that they are, what's led them down the path that they're going down. You know what I mean? We look at women and we sit back and say, these bitches ain't shit. I'm going off today. You know what I mean? It's going to be a rant, man. But we have to grow up. And I'm having this conversation about women and men tomorrow. Why? Because we have Valentine's Day coming up, and we have everybody talking about Valentine. I want love and love, da da da. And we get all these expectations for men and all these expectations for women, and don't nobody fucking understand what a woman is. Don't nobody understand the tragic and the trauma that women have to go through. You know what I mean? Don't nobody really understand the pain and suffering that so many women face on a daily basis. And then we sit back and look at, bitch, you ain't shit, and you said da 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 da. And we're so quick to just spit out hatred and anger and just all this crazy venom and not even understand the pain and the suffering and the trauma that they're carrying. Not even understand for one moment, damn, this is somebody's daughter. Damn, she didn't come into the world fucked up like this. She don't even understand how fucked up she really is. She's hurt, and as a man, it is my fucking responsibility to make sure that I don't cause her no more pain. It is my responsibility as a man to make sure that I'm not causing her more harm. Because she's already fucked up. I don't give a damn whether she thinks she fucked up or not. She's fucked up. She don't even realize how fucked up she is. And so when I love on her like I'm supposed to, when I help her heal and grow, man, now she's able to understand, damn, I got some shit about me that ain't right. You know what I mean? I got some shit about me that I didn't even understand. I got some shit about my ways that I didn't even know. But because I got this loving, nurturing, supportive man that's here, or person that's here, and they're loving me and accepting me for who I am, man, and they're creating this atmosphere, this ambience of growth and development and healing. And now I'm able to grow and to be all that I came here to be. Now I ain't got to be so fucking defensive and on guard and waiting for you to be violent, waiting for you to tear me down, waiting for you to disrespect me and leave me for somebody else. We're going in today, you know what I mean? We're just laying the foundation. And so, Trip, I just want to read off some statistics to you about some of the stuff that women go through. Just some of the statistics. 1 in 3 women will experience sexual violence. What's up with you, Paul? 1 in 3. 1 in 3. I want you to just sit, just think about that. Many of us have more than 3 sisters. I'm trying to think. Damn, I got 1, 2, 3. I got 6 sisters. 6 sisters. So the odds are 2 of my sisters have been sexually violated. 1 in 3. Look at some other numbers for you real quick. 1 in 9 girls under the age of 18 experience sexual abuse at the hands of an adult. 1 in 9. Female ages 16 to 19 are 4 times more likely than the general population to be raped or have attempted rape to happen to them. Female ages 6 to 19. Every 9 seconds in the United States, a woman is assaulted or beaten. Every 9 motherfucking seconds. Some woman, and we're just talking about the United States. Let me back up. Every 9 seconds, some woman is beaten in the United States. %81 of women in the U.S. experience some form of sexual harassment. And we wonder why women are fucked up. You know what I mean? We wonder why women are so fucking guarded. We wonder why women are so distrusting. We wonder why women are so fucking angry. We wonder why women are so fucking toxic. They've gone through so fucking much. And it's a trip because they go through so much. And then we expect them to act like ain't shit happened to them. They go through so fucking much. And then we expect them to be all happy and jolly and just peaceful and loving and compassionate and nurturing. We expect them to be their best while dealing with their worst. It's like saying, yeah, I know you've been sexually assaulted. I know you've been raped, violated. I know you've been torn down and told that you're angry. You're always mad. You're so hateful. You're so guarded. I know you talk about you don't need no guy and you don't trust no guys. I know you've gone through all this shit. And even now in college, you're being raped and groped and, man, sexually assaulted. And all these other things that are happening to you. You've been sexually harassed and all this other stuff. But we don't give a damn what you've gone through. We expect you to walk up in here and be pretty and have a smile. We expect you to walk up in here and just act jolly and chipper like ain't shit happened to you. We ain't paying you to deal with your fucking past. We paying you to deal with the public and be polite and be courteous and be respectful and smile and grateful that you got a motherfucking job and be grateful that you at this raggedy ass fucking college and don't act like shit don't happen to you. And then we trip out and we think, damn, how come these women act like this now? How come these women act like fucking dudes now? And what am I saying? Why? And what am I talking about when I say they act like dudes? They don't give a fuck. Women are out there down on the prey. Women going to the clubs and the bars looking, seeing who they gonna fuck. Women go to the clubs and the bars and to the stadiums looking, okay, man, I'm gonna take this motherfucker home. I'm gonna get his money. I'm gonna have him take me out to eat, and I'm gonna pimp the fuck out this motherfucker. And there's now women with money and status. And they flip the script. Because they got the jobs, they got the money. They picking the dudes up in their car. They taking the dudes out to eat and paying for the tab. They having sex with the dude. And they giving him a little change and sending him on his way. They flip the script. It's a trip because, man, again, I'll be 53 this month. And I remember as a little kid, I remember all the older women talking to the girls and telling the girl, man, you need to get up and get your own job, get your own car, get your own house, get your education so you ain't got to be dependent on no raggedy man. Get your job, girl. Go to school, get your education, be successful so you could kick him out your house so you could be the boss. Why? Because those women have been traumatized. Oh, we going there today. And so you got these old women that have been stuck in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s. And they saw their men dogging them out. They saw their men hoeing around. They saw their men doing all kind of shiesty shit. And because the women didn't have jobs for the most part, and they were at home stuck taking care of the kids, and the men was the one bringing home all the money. The men was the one with the jobs, and the men had the freedom to do what the hell they wanted to do. And the women couldn't really do much at that time. There was nowhere for them to go. And so for survival, man, they're now telling their kid, man, I gotta go through this shit. I gotta stay with this raggedy man. I know he ain't no fucking good. I know your daddy ain't no good. And I know he got kids outside the marriage. He got another wife. He got 5 more kids over there. 5 more kids down the street over here. 2 over there. He got kids all over the place. But I'm stuck raising y'all 7. Ain't nowhere for me to go. So I'm going to lace you up with the game. I'm going to tell you how to be better so you don't be in a position like I am. Don't trust no guys. And this is what the older women were saying to the young women back then. Don't trust no guys. Guys only want 1 or 3 things. They want sex, they want you cooking, and that's it. 2 things, you know what I mean? That's all they want you for. And this is what young women were taught. This is what they were programmed to believe. Why? Because their parents, their mamas and grandmas and aunties and older cousins have been traumatized. And they don't want the young girls growing up and continuing this cycle. And so these old women is like, man, this shit gonna stop with me. My grandbaby ain't gonna have to deal with no raggedy ass cheating man. My grandbaby ain't gonna have to cheat and deal with no man having hoes. Cause she gonna be the breadwinner. And so what that's taught these young women to do is grow up and not trust guys. What that's taught these young women, man, I gotta be so independent. I saw my daddy out there hoeing around. I saw my daddy out there just doing whatever the hell he wanted to do. And my mama sitting at home crying and brokenhearted on Valentine's Day because all he brought her was a flower. And he went and spent all the rest of the money taking hoes out to eat and whining and dining them. My mama was the one taking care of us. My mama was the one working and providing for us and sitting up with us when we were sick and woo-doo-doo. And my daddy wasn't shit. And so these young ladies grew up thinking, man, I can't fuck with dudes. I can't trust no dudes. I'm not getting my heart broke like my mama did. I'm not getting beat down and just the shit stomped out of me like my mama and my aunties and my grandma. I'm never putting myself in a position of being vulnerable to some dude. Why? Because dudes ain't shit. And now we sit back years later and we're running, what the fuck happened? Why is there this imaginary war between men and women? Why is there this battle in heterosexual relationships? Why is there this great thing going on now where, man, we're killing strong ass fucking men? We're neutering fucking men. Why is there this thing going on in America where, man, they're pumping up women, strong women? And you don't see really strong guys no more. If the truth be told, that's because we as men have fucked up. That's because we as men wasn't doing what we was responsible to do. And I know it wasn't us, per se, way back then in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. That was our ancestors, our grandpappy, our uncles, our daddies. We have to pay the price for it. And the truth be told, many of us, we grew up doing the same stupid shit they was doing. Because we thought that's what it took to be a man. Not even understand how we're hurting and damning our women. My beautiful queen and I, we launched this group December 31st last year. Home, HOME, healing our men emotionally. So it's a small group where I talk to young men and we talk about real life issues. Stay with me. We're talking about understanding women. And today we're talking about issues of porn. If you want to be part of the group, man, shoot me an email. My email's in the description, right? And I'll get back to you. We're having a meeting today at 3:30 talking about porn. But today, my beautiful queen and I, we just launched another group for women. And it's titled Whole, WHOLE. We're healing our ladies emotionally. See, because it's time out for all the bullshit. It's time out for the bullshit. If you'd like to be part of that group, man, again, shoot me an email at we're healing our ladies emotionally. Again, we're healing our ladies emotionally at gmail.com if you'd like to be part of that women's group. Okay. And so there has to come a time where we have to sit down and say, okay, hold up, time out. We got to get our shit straight. We have to get our shit straight. If you're a young lady, and so I talk to so many women, man, I can't wait to get my Valentine's Day. I can't wait for my king, and they don't even understand truly why they're so damaged. They don't even understand and recognize the fact that they are really damaged. And in order for them to get under, they have to become whole. And the only way to become whole is to learn to deal with your emotions. Learn to heal your emotions. So we have all this damage that's taking place. The great majority of them by guys. I'm not going to say men did this because a real man is not going to hurt a woman. It's these fucking pretenders, these guys acting like they fucking men. And most women don't understand what a man is. So she just assumes he's male, he's 15, 16, 17, he's old enough, that's a man. No, that's not a fucking man. We'll break down what a real man is tomorrow. Come back for that one. But you have to understand, man, most guys, so many guys have fucked up women. And now we're sitting back playing like a fucking victim. Now we want to sit back and, man, women ain't shit. You can't trust these motherfuckers. All they do is fucking be a gold digger and da-da-da-da, and they're hoes and and they're just trying to plot and do-da-da. Man, why? Because women, for the most part, are in survival mode. They're in survival mode. Because they've been fucking hurt. Because they've been damaged. It's a trip. If you look at the hood, most guys that's from the hood, most guys that's from the streets, I'm talking about the real streets, right? They know, man, these women out here are crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? These women out here, man, you can't trust these motherfuckers. Why? Because they understand that a lot of the women from the hood, a lot of the women from the streets now, man, they're setting dudes up to be robbed and to be killed. Because they on some real gangster shit. They on some real low vibrating bullshit. Why? Because they're in survival mode. They're in survival mode. And so when you look at these women and they're gold diggers, and there's a whole lot of them. It's a whole lot of them plotting against, man, basketball players, baseball players, football players, any other athletes, anybody they think is going to come up in the rap game, in the singing entertainment game. There's a whole lot of gold diggers out there. And we get mad at women for being gold diggers. And we've taught them, you ain't shit. And so you got to get in where you fit in. So we pushed them into this survival mode. And now we're mad that they're in survival mode. And they're taking survival mode. And they're out hustling the dudes. And we're triggered and we're offended. Why these bitches gotta be so fucking hard? Why these women gotta act like this? They walk around, act more manly than the guys. They walk around, act tougher than the guys. They'll be quick to throw back some beers and some shots and smoke some blunts and beat your ass. And then we get mad, these bitches are fucking dudes and no, we program them to be this way. We put them in survival mode. And now we don't like the results. And now we want to play victim. We as guys want to play victims. Because we can't understand women. It's women. It's a trip because they want to be accepted. They want to be seen as beautiful. But they don't want everybody gawking at them. They don't want everybody sexually harassing them. Yeah, there's a lot of women out there that just want attention. And they think all they have is their fucking beauty. And the only way they're going to get attention from a guy is through their beauty. And why and how could they possibly think that? Where did they get that idea from? Where could they get that ignorant ass notion from that all you have is your body and your beauty? And if you ain't got your body and beauty, you better have some fucking brains. Where did these girls and women get that idea from? It couldn't be from guys. It couldn't be from the people that hated and dogged out Marilyn Monroe. It couldn't be from the same guys that put Marilyn Monroe and all these other actresses up on this pedestal as being this sex object. And she's so beautiful, and she's so this, and she's so that. And then we try to keep them in a fucking bubble. Oh, she's just an object to be used and had by guys of great power and influence. She's just a high-priced hoe. The most powerful guys, they can have her. She's a sellout. She's selling her ass to the highest bidder, to the most powerful guy. And if we look at what hip hop has done, and one of the reasons why I don't fuck with hip hop, and I haven't listened to hip hop in a long ass time, because when you look at the videos, again, I'm old school. When you look at the videos in the 90s, started changing in the late 80s and in the 90s, the whole hip hop structure completely changed. Because it went from being black power and power to the people and being educated and understanding who the fuck you really are. That's how it started. But it changed. There's a gradual shift. We're talking about understanding women. Stay with me. There's a gradual shift. And that gradual shift came in. And they went from educating ourselves and holding ourselves as high esteem and being seen as kings and queens to where now we start looking at ass and titties. We don't give a fuck about how smart she is. We don't give a fuck about how intelligent she is. We looking at that ass. We looking at them titties. We want to see the kitty cat. And so now the whole music industry and the entertainment industry completely switched it. I'm talking about understanding women. Stay with me. And so now all the rappers, all the singers, man, they got all these badass women on the videos with with hardly any clothes on. And these girls dropping it like it's hot. These girls showing their camel toe. Oh, this is a grown folk channel. We keep this shit real. These girls showing their titties and nipples and all this other shit. And we're thinking, man, this bitch is bad and woo-doo-doo-woo. And now, so what we're doing is showing our young women and our daughters, man, if you want to be seen as popular, if you want to be seen by a guy, by a real dude, a real straight dude, if you want to be seen by somebody with some money, a rapper, a singer, woo-doo-doo, if you want part of this life, you got to show the ass and the titties and the camel toe. Because if you don't, another bitch will. Because what you won't do, there's a whole bunch of girls coming right behind your ass, and they'll show it to me. They'll give it to me. Not just to me, but to my homies too. There's a whole bunch of girls, man, for their moment of fame, their 15 seconds of fame, man, just to be on my video, man, they'll let me and the boys run a train on her. Just to be hanging out with us and be going places with, man, they'll come and she'll get her friends and they'll let us do anything and everything to them. Why? Because we're so fucked up women. And we've so fucked up these young girls and we have them think that's all they're fucking worth. They ain't got shit to give to humanity but their body. What's up with you, Kate? That's all they have to offer. It's sex. And so when you look at the TikTok videos now, you look at the Instagram videos now and pictures now, you look at the Facebook, and you got all these motherfucking simple-minded women. All they want to do is put up pictures of them in negligees and swimsuits and thongs and bras and all this other stupid ass shit. Why? They have followers all over the fucking world. Man, guys that are just hawking over them. Guys that are just lusting after them. Why? Because these women don't believe that they have anything of value other than their body. That's all they're worth. That's all they're worth. Nobody hears them. Nobody sees their suffering. Nobody's dealing with their traumas. We don't give a fuck about what you've gone through. Can you suck dick? We don't give a fuck about what you've gone through. Just back that ass up. We don't give a fuck how many baby daddies, how many baby mamas you got, who raped you, who violated you, who got you doing what the what. We don't give a shit. Can you suck my dick and suck his dick and what do? Can you come do your thing? And that's all we care about. And we wonder why women don't want to fuck with guys. And we wonder why women are like, man, I'm done with these fucking dudes. Because we can't have a heart-to-heart conversation with them. They can't have a heart-to-heart conversation with us. They can't sit there and talk about their vulnerabilities. They can't sit there and talk about the trauma they've experienced. They can't sit there and talk about the emotional baggage they carry. Why? Because we as guys don't want to hear that shit. For the most part. It's like, bitch, I didn't do that shit to you. What's that got to do with me? Blah, 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 blah. It has every fucking thing to do with you. That's your trip. Because I grew up in the streets of East San Jose. I had a bunch of sisters. I was in the church, but I was raised by the OGs on the streets. I was in the church, but I was raised by the OGs on the block. And they taught me a whole bunch of things about women. And none of it was fucking true. None of it was true. It was all about self-preservation. It was all about, man, be hard and fuck these bitches. Don't let these bitches get close to you. Don't let these bitches make you fall in love with them. Don't sit there and talk about their feelings with them. Don't sit there and have an intimate, emotional conversation. And when the bitch start crying, man, that's an emotional manipulation. Cut the bitch off or get up and walk away. Because she's running game on you. She's trying to break you down. Because once she breaks you down, now she has you. And so this is some of the shit that I grew up believing. Man, whatever the fuck these women have got, man, they ain't got shit to do with you. Why are you listening to that bullshit? I don't give a fuck how many times she was violated and raped and beat and what, man, that ain't got shit to do with you. You didn't do that. But what God had to show me, no, Elijah, you didn't do that. You didn't do that to them. But you had better learn how to fucking listen to them. You didn't do that to them, Elijah. But I sent you here to help them fucking heal. You didn't do that to them, Elijah. You're here to be a game changer. You're here to help them resolve their issues. You're here to help them understand that every guy ain't the same. You're here to show them what a real man is, because their perception of what a man is him beating the fuck out of her. Her perception of what a man is him constantly cheating on her and disrespecting her. So it's a game changer. And it's not even that you're trying to be gay. You're just trying to be a man. You're just being a man. And she's not used to a man. And so she's going to call you a simp. She's going to call you a sap. She's going to call you a sucker, a lame, a square, a nerd, and all kinds of other shit. That's her fucking issues. But what so many of us as guys have done, we've gotten offended because we try to help women. And these bitches turned on us. And it wasn't that they turned on us because they were scared. They had been hurt. And they didn't realize how hurt and how damaged they were. And instead of us standing as the fucking men we were, we ran. We got on that frequency and we showed them that we wasn't shit. And so now these women are like, see, told you these motherfucking dudes ain't shit, and guys ain't da-da, ain't no fucking good men no more, ain't no da-da-da-da, and all this other bullshit. And so now you got women trying to be mama and daddy. You got these toxic ass women thinking that they are both mama and daddy. You got these toxic ass women talking about, I'm the man of the house. No, the fuck you ain't. You the woman of the house, and that's all you're capable of being, if you're that. But you don't get mad at them because they're fucked up. You don't get mad at them because they're hurt and because they're damaged. You understand them. You pray for them. You try to help them where you can. And if you can't help them, leave them the fuck alone. Leave them alone. Pray for them. Send them positive energy from a distance. Every woman don't want to be helped. Every woman don't want to be helped. We all have to grow up. We all have to grow up. We get so mad and we get so disrespectful of these women who are going to school and college and they're stripping and they're prostitutes and they're doing all this other shit, help make money so that they can pay their way. And we look at them, these bitches ain't shit, and and she's got nobody else to rely on. She's raising on her fucking kids, and we're disrespecting them and putting them down because they're in survival mode. But many of us as guys have gone out, stole some shit, slang some shit. We've done some shit to get our hustle on, to pay our bills, to make our ends meet. But then we get mad at women for getting on their hustle, for getting on a fucking pole. For turning tricks. She couldn't turn tricks if there was nobody willing to pay her for her fucking tricks. It's a trip out. In America, you get all these prostitutes that get arrested for being a prostitute. But the guy paying her, man, he just walks away. We have to understand the damage that's been inflicted to women. And if the truth be told, most guys are intimidated by a strong, intelligent, spiritual woman. Most guys are scared to death of this type of woman. Oh my God, don't let her be beautiful too. My sister, if you beautiful, if you intelligent and spiritual, you got 3 strikes against your ass. You're a triple threat. You tripping up because don't nobody want to talk to me. No real guy want to. You fucking scaring them. And it's always been that way. You don't believe me? Where do you think the Salem witch trials came from? What do you think that shit was really about? See, Christianity have us fucked up thinking, oh, well, these women were witches. No, the truth is, motherfucking guys was scared to death of these intelligent, beautiful women who didn't need no fucking man, who thought outside the box, who was spiritual and didn't need no fucking religious group to belong to. They didn't need no man to tell them what they could and couldn't do. And they knew so much about natural herbs and remedies that the guys didn't know, that the guys didn't understand. You guys heard me say all the time, man, what we don't understand, we demonize. And so you have these white men who are scared to death of these white women because they weren't passive. They wouldn't kiss these guys' ass and bow down to them. Women were supposed to be seen and not heard. So they said, because you couldn't teach women how to read back then. Women weren't supposed to be able to read, let alone write. Back then. We're going to keep these bitches in their fucking place. If we keep them dumb, if we keep them uneducated, they'll always need us. They'll always have to depend on a man. Because they can't read and write. We could tell them the Bible said whatever the fuck we want it to. We could tell them that this says whatever the fuck we want to. And because these women could read and write, because these women knew some shit. Oh, we got to get rid of their ass. We got to get rid of their ass. And these guys terrified their wives. And their wives were scared. And oftentimes jealous of these beautiful single women. Because they were free. Emotionally, physically, intellectually. These women that we claimed as witches, we saw them, or these women saw them as a threat to them. And most of the married women were scared and jealous that these women were free. And that they didn't have to kowtow and bow down to some man. So we're going to say they got the devil in them. And we're going to burn them at the stake. We're going to say they got the devil in them. And we're going to drown them in the lake. We're going to drown them in the river. We're going to drown them in the ocean. Because these educated, intelligent bitches can't be walking around free. And so now, as a beautiful young lady that's intelligent, that's articulate, that's not dependent on a guy, you're a threat. You are a threat, whether that's your intention or not. You're a threat to most guys. And most guys aren't going to talk to you. They're never going to step to you unless they've had something to drink and they got that liquid courage in them. Because you don't need them. Most guys don't think they have anything to offer that type of woman, that caliber of woman. Beautiful, intelligent, got her own place, got her own thing going. Because we don't understand the pain and suffering. We don't really understand the loneliness. We really don't understand the issues. And what am I talking about? I say, I look at my sisters. And my sisters, God bless their souls, my sisters have fucked up relationships. Fucked up relationships with guys. And I sit back and I observe their relationships. And I'm sat there and just watch my sisters. I've always been a people watcher, but I just sat there and just watched. And God had to show me, Elijah, your sister's got daddy issues. Elijah, because your daddy was in the penitentiary running around playing Rambo and war games and all this other stupid shit in the pen. Your sisters grew up without that father figure. Your sisters grew up without that daddy figure of a man, their father, holding them and playing games with them and making them feel important, making them feel valued, making them feel loved. They grew up without that daddy telling them how beautiful they were and how making them feel safe and protected. Your sisters grew up without that big father figure there keeping all the knuckleheads away. Your sisters grew up without that daddy figure there providing for them. And so how did they react? How did they get kicked into survival mode? And so some of your sisters, Elijah, look at how many relationships they jump in and out of. Why? Because they're looking for that void. They're looking for that emptiness that daddy didn't give them. Daddy didn't protect them. Daddy wasn't there for them. And so now they're looking for the first dude, any dude that says, I love you. The first dude or any dude that says, you're beautiful. I'll take care of you. Come stay with me. Oh, you want to drive my car? Here. Why? Because daddy wasn't there to give them what they needed. And these guys have some of the sisters, they turned out slightly different. Fuck dudes. I don't need a fucking man. I don't want a fucking man. They ain't shitting. What do? Why? Because there's still daddy issues. Because they've been traumatized by daddy not being there. They haven't healed from that hurt and that pain and that emptiness and that hole that daddy created. And so they don't know how to love themselves. They don't think they're beautiful. They don't think they have anything of value to offer a man. They hate man because they hate their daddy. And the other ones that's jumping in and out of relationships with all these guys, man, they're doing it because they're wanting a relationship with daddy. That little girl is still crying out for daddy. That little girl is still saying, Daddy, Daddy, here I am, Daddy, Daddy, let's play games. Daddy, can you play jacks with me? Daddy, can you play tea with me? Daddy, can you play dolls with me? Daddy, can you play hopscotch and jump rope with me? Daddy, here I am. And the truth is, some of them, and this is going to get real, it's a trip right here. Some of them started excelling in sports. Some of them became very athletic. Became the shit at basketball, track, and other stuff. Why? Because they were great at it. They were great. And the trip is, they wanted Daddy to recognize them. Because they knew Daddy loves sports. Daddy's a ball player. Daddy's a track runner. Daddy loves athletes. That's what Daddy is. So all Daddy want to talk about is sports. So now these young girls are excelling at sports. And as they're growing, Daddy ain't really there still, and Daddy ain't paying attention to them because you ain't my son. I wanted a son, not you. I wanted my son to go to the league, to the NBA, to run track, to do whoop, not a girl. I wanted a son to carry on my name. I wanted a son to be named after me. I wanted a son to be just like me and to be all that I couldn't be. And so you got all these young ladies coming up in sports. Not all of them, but you got a lot of young women that are coming up in sports. And their daddy wasn't really spending time with them. Their daddy wasn't really paying attention to them. He was focused on his son. He was trying to get his son better. He was pushing his son, ignoring his daughter, minimizing his daughter. So now they're trying to dress like boys. They're trying to walk and talk like boys. Because Daddy wasn't there emotionally. Because Daddy didn't provide what they needed. Because Daddy hurt them. I have a dear friend of mine, California. He had a son, named him after himself, looked like them. He had a daughter and two more little boys. His oldest son, just call him Junior, and his daughter was a few years younger than our older brother. Junior was great at basketball. My friend was great at basketball, football, captain of the football team. And all he wanted was for his son to do it. His son he was great at basketball, but he wasn't passionate about it. And my boy would just spend all his time with Junior, pushing him and trying to get him all into ball. Junior had fell in love with this girl back in junior high school. That was his baby. That was his girl. They fell in love, got married, and had a kid. His daughter, my boy's daughter was growing up. She's balling. My boy ain't spending time with her and helping her. And she's crying out for daddy. She's the one daddy to shoot with her and beat her. But her daddy's focused on Junior. Junior ain't really feeling it like that. But his sister was the baller. His sister was the real athlete. But my boy couldn't see it because she was a girl. And long story short, Junior got a job and out of nowhere got in an accident and was killed. His sister had went on to school and started balling. But she's messed up. She's messed up. She's messed up because Daddy was there, but Daddy wasn't really there. Daddy was there, but not like Daddy was there for Junior. Daddy wasn't really pushing her like he should have been. Daddy wasn't really there encouraging her and lifting her up. And so she's twisted. She's hurt. She's damaged. And this is what happens to so many women. That unintentionally, they're hurt. I read off the statistics to you guys earlier, the beginning of the video. Man, all these girls, all these women that get raped, sexually assaulted, sexually harassed. You look at the rap and the entertainment stuff, man, all we talk about these women being pretty and beautiful. You look at Beyonce, and I've never been a Beyonce fan, but you look at her and how she dressed and all, man, and so you got all these young girls thinking, man, in order for me to be accepted in this man-dominated society, in order for me to be valued and respected, I gotta dress like this. I gotta reveal da-da-da-da, and I gotta do woo-doo-doo. Why? Because I gotta do this stuff to get the attention of guys. If I don't look like this, nobody's gonna pay me any attention. If I don't get my lip implants, if I don't get my titties done, if I don't have this big candy apple ass, nobody's gonna really pay me any attention. Nobody's gonna take me serious. I gotta have my lips full. I gotta have my fake ass eyelashes. I gotta have my $300 wig. I gotta have all this stupid superficial shit in order for you to be attracted to me. In order for you to take me serious. And the only way you're gonna take me serious is when it comes to and revolves around sex. Oh, we want our women to look so fucking beautiful. We want our women to be Johnny on the spot. And dumb as fuck. We don't give a damn how stupid they are. We don't give a damn how ignorant they are, as long as they fucking look good. As long as when I walk with her on my arm, she makes me look good. Because everybody's looking at her like, damn, how did he pull that? But nobody's wondering, I wonder how fucked up she really is. I wonder how twisted she really is. I wonder how damaged she really is. Yeah, she looked good. Everything that looked good ain't good. It's gotten so bad. Back in the 90s, there's a song, I can't remember who sung it. I don't know what type of genre of music it was either. But it says something along, if you want a happy life, get you an ugly wife. Let me say it again. It was the lyrics, some of the lyrics to us, if you want a happy life, have an ugly wife. Why? Because the assumption was an ugly woman ain't gonna be out hoeing around. An ugly woman, she's just gonna be so grateful and just so happy that you picked her out of all the other girls. Man, she's gonna cater to your fucking needs. An ugly woman ain't gonna be out there all dressed and provocative and getting everybody else's fucking attention. An ugly woman is gonna be faithful. An ugly woman is gonna be loving and nurturing and compassionate. We've so damaged women. We've so traumatized women. We don't even know how to deal with them. We don't even know how to spend time with them. We don't even know how to be raw and real with them. We don't even know where to begin to help them heal. It's at the point now where they start talking about their issues and their problems. We start talking about our problems. And we want to compare our problems to their problems. And we're like, bitch, man, so what? Life has been hard. Man, I had it hard too. My mama wasn't there, and my daddy wasn't there, and I had to grow up on the streets and grimy and slimy and and it's a fucking competition of who had it the worst. But ain't nobody trying to help each other heal. We just trying to up one each other. We just trying to outdo. My pain outdoes your pain. My trauma outdoes your trauma. What I went through was more devastating than what you went through. And ain't nobody trying to listen. Ain't nobody sitting there like, okay, you fucked up, I'm fucked up. How do we resolve this? How can we begin the process of fixing this? You're damaged. I'm damaged. How can we move forward? And it's a trip because I know so many people growing up that jumped into religion. And they thought that, man, okay, we're going to go to church and church is going to fix that. And no, the fuck it didn't. Church made this shit a whole lot fucking worse. Religion has made the problems worse. And we have to start being honest about that. We have to start being honest. Why are there so many women in church and they've been in church for all these years and they're still fucked up? Why are all these women in church for 20, 30, 40, 50 years and you ain't not one fucking time had a real heart-to-heart conversation with God about your fucking issues? You speak in tongues, you lay hands on people, you run around, jump up and down and shout, sing in the choir, and all this other shit, but you ain't never dealt with your fucking traumas. You saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost, real water, baptized, and fucked up for Jesus. You just as crazy, if not more crazy now than you was before you got in church. Now you got something to, man, I'm holding my hat. God's got me and I'm a work in progress. Your ass has been a work in progress your whole fucking life and you still ain't resolving nothing. You still ain't addressing nothing. Now you just shifted the blame from you and dealing with your shit. Oh, God's got it. God's gonna fix me when he's ready to fix me. No, the fuck he ain't. That's not God's responsibility to fix your raggedy ass. That's your fucking job. Got all these women running around the church. Thus said the Lord, prophet is so-and-so, deacon is so-and-so, bishop so-and-so, and all this other bullshit. The spiritual movement is always led by a bunch of raggedy ass fucking women that ain't being fucking real. We talk all this shit. I'm connected to source and I'm connected to the most high and Yahweh. And we got all these names and stuff, but we ain't dealing with our fucking issues. You're great at reading oracle cards and tarot cards and just connecting to source and being able to help people, but you ain't doing a motherfucking thing for your fucking issues. You ain't doing a damn thing to heal your fucking trauma. And then we say, well, I'm not perfect and God didn't call me to be perfect. But then you get mad at everybody else for not being perfect. You sit there and gossip and slander and tear down everybody else because they're not perfect, because they got unresolved issues. I'm not saying that all women ain't shit. I'm not saying that women ain't shit. That's not what this is about. This is about us understanding how fucked up women and men have become. And so often we think that, oh, she's pretty and she got a job and she got her own place and she's dressed nice and look at her body with the whoop, and we just dismiss every fucking emotional trauma she's ever had. We dismiss every fucking programming that's been put inside of her. We don't even understand that shit. We don't even talk about that shit. And then we wonder, damn, how come this fucking relationship is so fucking hard? Man, I didn't sign up for this shit. I thought we just, you grown, I'm grown, you got a job, I got a job. I thought we was just gonna be able to come together and just make some shit happen and we'll just like, boom, just be cool. But you got all this shit. I didn't know you had this shit. Where the fuck did this shit come from? Oh, we just growing two separate ways. We're just growing apart. And the truth, we just wasn't ready for this shit. We didn't know the shit was there. Just like we don't know how fucked up we as guys are. Just like we as guys don't understand how traumatized we are. It's talking about understanding women. Women don't even understand women. When I was a domestic violence counselor, the number one group of people that abused other people in relationships, the number one group was women in sexual intimate relationships with other women. Women beating the fuck out of other women, their partner, their domestic partner. And it blew me the fuck away. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. You don't want to fuck with dudes no more because you sick and tired of getting your ass beat by dudes. Now you jump in a relationship. You gay now, you LGBTQ, whatever you are now. And Tweet said, I don't give a damn. Do you? But you don't want to fuck with dudes no more. So you straight women, and you just a woman. You jump with women, y'all. You dating, married women, but you haven't resolved your fucking issues. And because you haven't resolved your fucking issues, and you don't understand how fucking fucked up you are, now you in a relationship with nothing but women, and you're bringing forth that pain, that trauma, and now you're the abusee. You're the abuser in the relationship. You're the one that's beating the shit out of your partner. You're the one cheating on your partner. You're the one disrespecting your partner. You're the one acting like a fucking dude. You can't stand fucking dudes. And now you in a relationship acting like a fucking dude. Yeah, you guys heard me say this a lot. Hurt people hurt people. Healed people heal people. Hurt people hurt people. I don't give a fuck how many relationships you get in. If you don't heal your fucking issues, you're going to continue to hurt other people. There is no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I don't give a damn whether that's your intention or not. You're going to hurt somebody. Why? Because you got unresolved fucking issues and you're gonna bleed and leak out on people that didn't cause you the fucking pain. That's how life works. You're going to bleed and leak out on the people that didn't cause you fucking pain. And you're gonna fuck them up. You're gonna hurt them. Just like so often, guys that have been fucked up, they jumped in relationships with women that didn't cause them the fucking pain, and they bled out and leaked on those women. They caused those women so many fucking issues because they hadn't dealt with their fucking issues. Now they're being abusive. Now they're being narcissistic. Now they're being controlling. Now they're being all kinds of crazy shit. So this woman who was innocent, who hadn't hurt them in any way, shape, or form. But now she's fucked up because she was with some raggedy ass fucking dude that hadn't healed from his shit. And because he had been hurt, he's now hurt her. Now she's fucked up. She's fucked up now. Just because she hooked up with the wrong motherfucker. So many women. Yeah, Derek, it's contagious. So many women that haven't healed. They've been abused and dogged the fuck out by guys. And so they jump in these relationships. Now they're homosexual. Now they're lesbian or whatever they are, you know what I mean? And now they're hurting other people. They're hurting women. It's a trip because I understand you, baby. I'm not like those guys and blah, 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 all this bullshit they feed them. And they turn out to cause these women pain. A lot of them do. I'm not saying all of them. A lot of them do. Because hurt people hurt people. Heal people heal people. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Every one of us have to understand, especially when we're talking about women today. Women, you have to grow up. You have to acknowledge and own the fact that, damn, it's in your DNA. It's been passed down through your lineage, pain and trauma. It's in your DNA. And so you have to own this shit. You have to become a generational curse breaker. You have to sit there and say, damn, this shit ends with fucking me. I'm not having no more fucking kids until I deal with my fucking shit. Man, okay, I fucked up or whatever the case. I got grown ass girls now. I got kids now. Okay, man, I gotta fix my shit. I gotta try to make it better for my daughters. Okay, my daughters ain't fucking with me or whatever. Man, I gotta make it better for my grandkids. I gotta deal with my shit so I can teach my grandkids how to be healthy and whole. I gotta teach my grandkids what it means to be a balanced, loving woman. Whole, intimate, whole, emotionally, whole, intellectually, whole, spiritually. You're not just some sex objects. Stop living as one. You have an intellect. You have a spiritual being. Being a whole person, being a whole being is you sitting there and saying, man, you know, let me bring my emotions, my beliefs, my body in alignment with my spiritual being. That's what being whole is. Say it again. Being whole is me saying, okay, wait a minute. I have an emotional aspect, component to me. Has a physical component to me. But I'll also have a spiritual component to me. In order for me to be a balanced, whole person, man, I have to bring all three into alignment. See, so many of us, man, There's so many women, I mean, just like guys. Man, I'm a physical being. Man, I'm strong and da da da. Or man, I got nice titties and got my lips done and got my ass done and get my fingernails done, got my wig done, got my eyelashes and my mascara and my all this other shit. I'm da da. And you take care of your body. And you neglect your fucking emotional aspect. You neglect your spiritual being. And then some of us, man, I'm so smart. I got 2 doctorate degrees, 3 master's degrees, and I went to Harvard and Yale and Howard and Bethune-Cookman and all these other fucking raggedy ass schools. I graduated, so da, 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 and you take care of your fucking intellect. Some of us, all you concentrate on is your fucking emotions. And you 400 fucking pounds. You can't walk from your bedroom to the refrigerator without, I'm so hungry and tired. And we got all this stupid shit going on. But you took care of your emotions. But you ain't doing shit for your physical being. You ain't doing shit for your spiritual being. And then some of us, we're so fucking super spiritual. We're so fucking sensitive spiritually. We're so hyper spiritual. We don't do shit for our emotions. We don't do shit for our intellect. We dumb as fuck. We don't take care of our body. We constantly consuming poisons and other stupid ass shit. But we're so fucking spiritual. I'm so woke and I'm so enlightened. I'm so deep and da da da. You so fucking deep, you stuck on stupid. But we can't tell you nothing because I'm connected with Source in the universe and the Most High, and I can feel your energy and and you can do all this shit. But you ain't learned how to deal with your own shit. You learned all this shit. But you don't understand you're poisoning yourself. You're killing yourself. You're miserable and lonely as fuck. Understanding women. Man, women. Man, stop being in such a rush to jump in a relationship. The greatest form of love is self-love. I know Valentine's coming up and we looking around and everybody's like, man, everybody's gonna be booed up but me. Everybody's gonna get some chocolate but me. Everybody's gonna get some flowers but me. Everybody's gonna go out to eat but me. And all this other stupid ass shit. The greatest form of love is self-love. Now, I know a lot of religious people have a problem with that. Oh, no, you got the greatest form of love is God love. No, the fuck it ain't. It ain't God love. God's love for you has nothing to do with being the greatest form of love for you. I'm trying to say this. How can I say? There's so many people in church. And I'm telling you from firsthand experience, there's so many women in church that, man, they feel the love of God. They bask in the presence of God. They felt the love of God. And they're still fucking suicidal. They're still fucking depressed. They're still fucking angry. They still are filled with low self-esteem and self-sabotage. They're still insecure. They have so much fucking issues, but they felt the presence of God. They basked in the presence of God. They felt the love, embrace, and warm embrace of God. But we've been taught, go to church. God, 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 God. And I'm not against God. I'm not against that at all. I don't fuck with church. I don't fuck with any religion. But you had better learn who the hell you are. You had better learn how to fall in love with you. That's the greatest form of love. It's loving you. learning how to forgive you. Learning how to pat yourself on the back. If nobody sees all of your tears and sees your brokenness and sees the trials and tribulations and obstacles that you've had to go through, man, can you pat yourself on the back and say, I'm still the shit? I'm not perfect, but I'm glad and grateful I'm not who I used to be. I've made so many strides and so much I've accomplished so much. Man, it don't matter who don't see it. It don't matter who don't appreciate it. Man, I see it. And because I love me, I recognize how much I've changed. I see how much I've changed. I see how much I've grown. Because I'm honest with me. And the trip is, we get so fixated, women get so fixated on their looks. Man, my biological clock is ticking. Understand that's man programming. That's man's program. That has nothing to do with God. That has nothing to do with who you really are. Once you learn to value you, once you sit there in your solitude and you see your solitude not as a prison, not as a form of punishment. Man, don't nobody recognize me. My king don't recognize me. Don't no guy recognize me. Don't no guy appreciate me. Don't no guy want me. And all this other bullshit we spew. And we learn to change our perspective. We learn to get tapped into God within us. Not some God way out in the fucking universe somewhere. God that's in us. God that is us. Once we tap into that and we get in alignment with universal consciousness, alignment with source, God, infinite love, infinite wisdom, our perspective changes. And now I'm in this isolated place and I'm working on me. But I'm in this isolated place and I'm grateful because all the riffraffs ain't coming my way. I'm grateful because all the deadbeats ain't coming my way. I'm grateful because I'm connected to God and I understand that I'm protected. I'm not dealing with all these drama and all these issues from all these guys and other women that aren't worthy, that are not supposed to be on my level, that's not supposed to be on this journey with me. And so I sit here and I'm just glad, thank you, God, because you're keeping all the knuckleheads away. You're keeping all their deadbeats away. God, you're allowing me this time to just exhale. You're allowing me this time to understand who I am and to heal my shit and not deal with other people's bullshit. Not deal with these other women or these other guys' toxic issues. God, I'm in this place and I used to think that, man, I was being punished and I was being kept away from everybody else as a form of isolation and imprisonment. But God, now I understand. God, now I see it for what it is. Man, you so love me. I so love myself. Man, I don't want to deal with their bullshit. Why? Because I'm in the hospital. This is infirmary. This is self-love time. This is where I learned to tap into God, tap into the Most High, and I learned to take on that perspective, take on that frame of thinking, that frequency. See, because as long as you got relationships going on, you're intimate and involved with other people, and now you're dealing with their shit. You're dealing with this, and you're trying to help them with that, and you don't really have the time to sit there and heal yourself. You don't really have the time to sit there and focus on your stuff. You don't really have the time to fix your shits. Because, man, I got to make this relationship work. I got to go to work. I got to do this. I got to do. And so you're so caught up doing all this other stuff. Man, you ain't got time for you. April, man, that's real. This is your incubator season. This is your incubator season. See, you want a king, you want a queen, whatever you want, to stay on. You know what I mean? You want whatever you want. But the truth is you're not ready for it. The truth is you're not ready to handle that yet. It doesn't mean that you can't have it. It just, right now is not the season. Right now is not the time. Because if I gave it to you because you're not ready for it, you're going to fuck it up. So there's some stuff that you got to deal with. Some stuff you got to heal from. Some stuff you got to resolve. So I could bring you your queen. So I could bring you your queen. So I could bring you your business. So I could bring you the wealth. See, because if I gave you the wealth now, you'll blow it on stupid shit. If I give you the money now, you'll blow it on wigs and purses and shoes and bags and the stupid shit. You won't have shit to show for it. You'll be walking around talking about, I look good, I look like a boss, but have a fucking slave mentality. You look the part, but you're an emotional infant. You're a kid emotionally. Physically, man, I buy y'all, got the booty, got the legs and the nails and the feet and my hair, my eyes, and man, I look like I'm all that. And spiritually and emotionally, you're fucked up. You're fucked up. And so God has you in the incubator. God has you in this isolated season. God has you in your fucking cocoon. Completely cut off from everybody else. And so you're so twisted. You got it, and you got it twisted. You got it backwards. You're so, man, I must really be ugly. I must be really and all this other negative toxic shit. Not even understanding that God is protecting you. Not even understanding God has you right where you're supposed to be. God has you completely cut off and isolated so you could deal with your shit. See, as a caterpillar to a butterfly, man, you can't get your wings until you go into your fucking cocoon. You can't get your wings until you go in your incubator. You can't get your wings until I completely cut you off from the world and have you sitting in a season of darkness and isolation. But because you don't know any better, you're trying to rush the process. Oh, I'm ready now, and I read this book, and I watched these videos. I'm ready now. I'm a queen now. I'm a king now. And just like a chicken, if you rush the process, if you crack open the egg for the bird, it's going to die. It has to do it on its own. And we don't know that timing. We don't know divine timing. We rush because I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of being by myself on Christmas days. I'm tired of not having a boo around Valentine's Day. I'm tired of seeing everybody booed up and dressing the same and putting all these matching pictures of them in their fucking onesies. And all. You'll never see me in no fucking onesie. I just want to throw that out there. You ain't never going to see me in no fucking onesie with my boo, with my queen. That's what you won't see, okay? And so, but we see all these people putting all these pictures of all this bullshit, and we think, oh, they're so happy and they're so in love. And not even understanding a lot of them are miserable as fuck. So you hear me say all the time, man, we got to get tapped into God. not fucking religion. We got to get tapped into God. We got to take on the perspective of God. It don't matter what you've gone through. Man, Dennis, I bless you and thank you for that donation. It don't matter what you've gone through. You can have the mind of God. I don't care how much trauma and drama you've gone through. You can have the mind of God. You can have the peace and joy that passes all understanding. You can wake up every day in a state of happiness and bliss. You can. I'm living proof. It don't matter what's going on around you. You can have peace. Real peace. It don't matter what's going on around you. You can have joy. It don't matter what's going on around you, what people are saying. You can love you. You can feel good about yourself. You could be all that you came here to be. You just have to be honest with yourself. And so many of us, we've learned how to fake the funk. We've learned how to be great liars. And we learned that as little kids. We've learned how to, I'm okay, I'm all right. And when we do all this shit because we've been hurt and dogged out as little kids. And we've had to fix our face and put on a smile and act like we're tougher than what we are, act like we're stronger than what we are. Act like what they said didn't really faze us. Act like what they did and said to us, man, it didn't really bother us. I'm okay. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. I'm a big girl. I didn't need my daddy in my life. I'm a big girl. I didn't really need my mama there cheering me on and rooting for me and tell me that I could be a beautiful cheerleader, even if I was buck-toothed and, my lips were super big. And man, they could have told me that. I'm okay. I didn't need all of that love and support. I didn't need their nurturing in my life. It's okay. I didn't need my daddy to just be able to hold me and caress me and comfort me and make me feel sick. I didn't. And we say all this bullshit. And we've lied to ourselves. And because we wasn't picked for part of the team, because we wasn't picked to be a cheerleader, because we're always picked last for dodgeball and handball and kickball and baseball and basketball, because we ain't got no fucking athletic ability in our hands or in our body whatsoever. And because nobody wants to fuck with us, I'm okay. It don't matter to me. I'm fine. I really didn't feel like playing anyways. I really didn't feel like going with them anyways. And we're learning as kids to suppress and minimize and dismiss our issues, our feelings. And so many, I watched one of my sisters every weekend. She would get up and she would go out there because she was waiting for her daddy to come pick her up. And she'd be all dressed, and she never really brushed her teeth as little kids. We used to have to get on her all the time, right? And so she got up and got dressed, brushed her teeth, got her face washed and everything. She'd be sitting out there on the porch, on the porch, just sitting there, just waiting for her dad to come pick her up. And he wouldn't show up. He didn't show up. And we knew that it fucked with her. We knew that it broke her heart. We knew that it was a major disappointment to her. Because she had her mind all set up to go and hanging out with her daddy. She had her mind all set up. Man, she was going to go get some ice cream with her daddy. Her daddy was going to come pick her up. And he was going to take her back to her house. And she was going to play with her other siblings and blah, blah, blah. And he never showed up. And then she got to the point that, that's okay. And I run him, and I try to hug her and try to console. She pushed me away. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm okay. But I felt her energy. And I knew that she was broken. I knew she was hurt. But she learned to mask the pain. She learned to push it aside. She learned to act like it wasn't a real big deal. And that would fuck me up. Because I'm looking at my sister and I want to beat her daddy's fucking ass. I'm hurting for her. I don't even want to see her because, man, I got tears coming down because I'm crying on the outside. She's crying on the inside. Because she's crying on the inside. Man, anger and rage and hatred is boiling within me. Because I know she's broke. I know she's fucked up. And there's nothing I could do about it. And there's so many young women that grew up and they've learned to mask the pain. They've learned to dismiss the rejection and the abandonment and the hurt. And so now, all of that rejection, all of that abandonment, all of that brokenness is compounded on each other. As you grow, the more you experience that stuff. And you don't resolve it. It just sits there and it's piled up on top of all the other pain. And you learn to become a great control of dismissing your real feelings. You learn how to invalidate your real feelings. And this is what church has taught us. We walk around in church, say, sanctify, holy. Man, I'm on fire for Jesus. I'm blessed and highly favored. And I'm suicidal, but I can't tell nobody. I'm depressed, but I can't tell nobody because everybody expects me to be strong and on fire for Jesus, but I'm broken and I'm crying and I'm a fucking mess and nobody sees me. Nobody hears me. And I go to work and my boss, they raggedy ass and nitpicking and these motherfucking cackling hens over here in the corner and they criticize it. And they don't understand the shit I went through just to get my ass into this raggedy ass fucking job. And I gotta run in my stockings and these bitches over here, and these motherfuckers over here, and they don't know the hell that I've gone through just to be here. And I'm sitting here and tears are running down my eyes in the cubicle and nobody sees it, nobody hears it, but I'm here every fucking day trying my best, and because I misspelled a word or I forgot a period or a comma or a semicolon, and these motherfuckers, and I go home and I overcook the meat, and my fucking raggedy ass man, my ungrateful ass fucking kids, mama, you burnt the potatoes, how come the meat, and these motherfuckers just don't get me, and I'm crying and dying on the inside, and nobody hears me. And nobody sees my fucking pain. And I've learned just to suck it up. And I was just saying, suck it up, buttercup. And I've learned how to just suck it up. Suck it up. And I've been sucking it up my whole fucking life. And as women, you've learned how to suck it up your whole fucking life. And now you're tripping. How come I'm so emotional? How come I'm just so all over the place? Oh, it must be that time of month. Because we've been programmed to believe, my period is coming. Oh, I'm going through menopause. I got all these hormonal imbalances. And we go get some fucking pills. And we're missing the fucking issue. We think because our period is coming, man, I get emotional every time this month, and I just cry and I just can't handle it. And man, we got to go get these pills from the doctors, and we're not getting enough vitamin C, we're not getting enough vitamin D, we're not getting enough of anything that we're supposed to get, and we're trying to figure out why am I so fucked up? Because we've learned to suppress our issues. We've learned to suppress our pain and our trauma and the drama we've carried. We've learned to dismiss and minimize it. We learned to minimize its effect on our lives. Oh, my daddy wasn't ever there. My daddy never cared. My mama really wasn't supportive. My mama really was angry. My mama always talked down to me. My mama was always yelling. My mama was always disrespectful. My mama was always comparing herself to me, always in competition. And we've learned to dismiss it. We've learned to minimize it. We've learned to sweep all that shit up under the rug. And act like it didn't happen. Act like it didn't break our hearts. Act like it didn't just fuck our world up. And the trip is, we grew up the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Nothing can be more fucking false than that bullshit. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a motherfucking lie. Words will make you fucking suicidal. Words will make you feel depressed. Words will make you feel unwanted. Words will make you feel hated. Words will make you feel so fucking lonely. Words will make you feel like you ain't shit. Words will make you feel like you can't never do shit right. Words will make you feel like you ain't good enough. And so we have to start being truthful. We have to start being honest with ourselves. We have to learn how to be honest with other people. Nah, I'm not giving you a pass for disrespecting me. That fucked me up. No, whole time out. No. Okay, so we can't have this conversation about all this bullshit you just, okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know how much you value me. I'm out this bitch. Peace, deuces. You know what I mean? Why? Because I'm not staying in a fucking relationship where I can't speak my mind. I'm not staying in a relationship where I can't tell you how you fucking disrespecting me and how you making me feel. And if I can't have this conversation with you, fuck you. We can't have a relationship. Simple as that. Why? Because you're not going to just keep invalidating my feelings. You're not going to just keep invalidating and dismissing and belittling and dismissing how I feel and what I think. And think that you get a free pass for your bullshit. We have to learn to love ourselves. And that's hard. Because the truth is, our whole life, we've been taught to hate ourselves. We've been taught and showed that we really wasn't shit. That we really didn't matter. How we feel really don't matter. And so, man, Paul, that's real. I made a couple of videos talking about that, our spells, words or spells. And a lot of times we speak these spells on our own selves. A lot of times we'll say, man, because our family and everybody else has told us we're stupid and we're dumb and we can't do this right. Man, we'll start speaking these things on ourselves. We don't understand as kids that they're cursing us out of their mouth. They're saying they love us with one side of their tongue. And then the other side, they're telling us how stupid we are, how ugly we are, how useless we are. And they're showing us with their actions. that we're not loved. They're showing us with their actions that we're not valued, that we're not important. And so we grow up and we learn from their actions. We learn from their words that I ain't shit. I'm too sensitive. I'm too angry. I'm too emotional. I'm too opinionated. Ain't no man gonna deal with me because I'm just always just talking about my opinions, and I'm always gonna tell you my opinions, and nobody wants me because I talk too much. And so we speak these curses on ourselves. And we've learned to speak these curses on ourselves because we watch the people we love curse us. We've learned to hate ourselves because we watch the people we love show us how to hate ourselves. We've learned to dismiss our feelings and our opinions and our beliefs and to squish and smash and crush our dreams because we watch the people we love stomp on our dreams, smash our spirit, crush our spirit. And so it's learned behavior. It's learned behavior. We've learned how to hate ourselves. And because we hate ourselves, we invalidate our feelings. Because we hate ourselves, we dismiss our feelings. We minimize all the pain and things that we've gone through. Because that's a form of self-hatred. Man, my hope and prayer is that, what's up with you, Killer Queen? My hope and prayer is that something's been said, something's been shared that helps you understand the real. And the real is, man, we're damaged. We're damaged. And we think so many things. Man, I know I've been through some stuff, but man, I've been working on me for 3 months. I've been working on me for 6 months. I've been doing my shadow work and going into all this other stuff for 6 months. Man, I should be good now. Nah. That's not how that works. Because it's taking you a lifetime to get here. It's not going to take you a lifetime to get past this. But understand, it's taking you a lifetime to get to where you're at. A lifetime of hating yourself. A lifetime of dismissing your own feelings, of minimizing the pain and the suffering you've gone through. You've done that over your lifetime. How do you expedite it? How do you speed up the process of healing? Because you can. You speed up the process by bringing all three of who you are into alignment. What I'm saying, bring your mind, your physical body, and your soul into alignment with Source, with God the Most High. Learn to see God, or learn to see you through the lens of God. Learn the lessons of what you've gone through. See, you can't learn the lessons as long as you keep minimizing and dismissing the lessons. As long as you keep minimizing and dismissing the experiences, you can't learn the lessons. You have to be raw and real with yourself. You have to be transparent with yourself. And that's scary. It takes an honest person, real honest, to be vulnerable with themselves and to be able to say, damn, these people hurt me. They hurt me every time they told me I wasn't good enough. They hurt me every time they told me I was stupid. They hurt me every time they said I kept making mistakes. They hurt me and they hurt me and okay, cool, I'm not a victim. But that doesn't stop the pain from being real. That doesn't stop, man, me from feeling like I'm a fucking epic failure. Have to learn how to connect with God and woosah. Let it go. But in order to let it go, I have to be honest that this shit exists. I have to acknowledge the trauma and the drama. I have to acknowledge the pain in order to let it go. I can't let something go if I don't acknowledge the fact that it exists. This is one of the reasons why, again, I brought this up early in the beginning. My beautiful queen and I, we started this group. And man, if you'd like to be a part of this group, it's called Whole. It's just for women. Just for women. Whole. WHOLE. We're healing our ladies emotionally. Whole. It's a small group, just like our men's group. Home. Healing our men emotionally. Same thing. It's just women. If you'd like to be part of that, send me an email at wehealingourladies all one word, at gmail.com. I'll put it in the description, or I'll put it in email. I'll put it in the comments. But it's all one word. But it's we. It's not just healing our women, our ladies emotionally. It's we healing our ladies emotionally. Whole. Man. And shoot me an email and I'll contact you back through that. We have to grow up. We have to own what we've gone through. We have to own what we're going through. So many of us, we've been like, man, I got this. And I've always been alone. And I've always been the Lone Ranger. And I've always been the lone wolf. And I've always had to figure shit out on my own. And you ain't got to do that shit no more. And I've done that, and we have to understand, man, we do that out of survival. We do that because we don't believe we could trust people. We do that because we're tired of being hurt. We're tired of being rejected. We're tired of making ourselves vulnerable to people, and they've turned around and take our vulnerabilities and beat us up with it. And so the truth is, man, we don't trust people. And so that's why we stay by ourselves. That's why we try to heal and deal with our shit all by ourselves. Because we don't trust people. Because we've been let down and hurt in the past. Man, I thank you guys for being with us. Thank you for your beautiful energy. We do have our men's meeting this afternoon at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time for the home group, Healing Our Men Emotionally. If you'd like to be a part of that, shoot me an email at Healing Our Men Emotionally, all one word, at gmail.com. And man, we'll get the link out to you for that. Ladies, for this women's group Whole, we want to get that going next Saturday. So we'll meet sometime next Saturday. I'll get the link and everything set up, and we'll shoot that out to you guys this coming week, Wednesday by the latest. Okay, we'll get all that information to you guys Wednesday by the latest. It's most likely going to be a Zoom link, and so we'll send that out to you guys by Wednesday at the latest. We thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. Man, yesterday we hit our 1,000th video on this channel. Man, that's like a major accomplishment, you know, for this platform, for this channel. Man, and we thank you guys for rocking out with us, for being on this beautiful journey of growth and development, this beautiful journey of self-discovery, this beautiful journey of healing and helping others heal. We'll be back on tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we're talking about understanding men. And we're going off. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.